I have been a game developer for more than 35,000 hours. Throughout my journey, there are things I wish I had been told before that would have allowed me to grow much more as a developer. Today, I want to help you become even a better developer than I am without having to spend 35,000 hours, way less than that actually. We will accomplish that by these 5 advices. I have been a game developer for the past 4 years, and my experience includes working at Voodoo as an external studio, one of the biggest game development companies worldwide, and I tested 3 successful prototypes with them. Now let's start. 1. Practice makes perfect. Basically, programming is a skill. It is as learning to play an instrument or do some kind of sport. Who is going to be able to play an instrument better? A person that only studies the theory of music, basically looks for any kind of tutorial on how to play that instrument, or the one that complements both, basically theory and also tries to play the instrument. The same thing with sports. Who is going to have better performance on the sport? The one that only watches a bunch of tutorials on how to become the best footballer, the best player, that knows all the tips to be the best one, but then doesn't ever play. Of course, the one that is going to learn things better is the one that combines both theory and practice. So you have to start looking at programming as any kind of skill that you may have in life. So you have to really combine both theory and practical things. Of course, tutorials are an amazing tool when it comes to learn any kind of skill. So of course you really have to take them in count. However, do not fall for them. Do not spend lots of time just by watching tutorials and replicating what the YouTuber is teaching you in that video and replicating it on your end, okay? Because of course by doing that you are going to be learning things, but you're not going to be learning as much things as you would be doing things alone. So basically my recommendation over here would be to stick to the less amount of tutorials that you can, and on the other hand start practicing the most that you can on your own. This may seem quite silly or quite obvious, but not a lot of people actually understand this or applies this on their daily life. 2. Avoid feeling overwhelmed. I know there are a lot of engines, I know there are a lot of programming languages that you can use, I know there are lots of things or a lot of things. So this causes that it is quite easy for us to feel a little bit overwhelmed because we don't know where we are going, if we should switch engines, if we should switch the type of games that we create, if we should basically change anything. Let me tell you something. In programming, the good thing is that actually we climb the mountains ourselves, okay? And we still have to climb that mountain, okay? In spite of the current situation of feeling overwhelmed. Basically, the important thing when you are climbing a mountain is to continue climbing it up in spite of the situation. It doesn't matter if you're feeling overwhelmed because of the climate, if your legs hurt, it doesn't really matter. You still have to climb that mountain up. And with programming it's the same thing. You still have to keep up programming, you still have to keep up creating games, and then all that feelings of doubt, all those feelings of I don't know where I'm going, I don't know if this is going to be successful, are going to disappear, or at least you're going to learn how to deal with them. Because for example, as there are lots of engines, you may think, no, is this the perfect engine to start using? Is this the perfect type of game that I should be creating? So I understand there are lots of doubts here in programming, but my advice here is to not feel overwhelmed, and on the other hand, just keep it up, okay? Keep creating, keep practicing, and then over time you're going to be able to deal with those feelings. 3. Don't hesitate to try out new things. Basically, this is quite connected to the previous point, that's why they are in order. As today we do have lots of tools that we can use, different programming languages, different engines. Don't really hesitate to try out new things, because maybe sometimes we feel a little bit uncomfortable or limited by the piece of software that we are currently using, and we don't know if switching or trying out something different would be beneficial. Let me tell you this, what would you lose if you wanted to learn something new and you maybe there spend 3, 4, 5 days or even a complete week learning that new thing? Of course you wouldn't really lose a lot. Completely the opposite actually. You would be learning something new in spite of then the fact if you would actually use it or not. So it's always going to be beneficial for you. And even more if then you realize that that new tool that you are learning is going to even give you more benefits, and then you completely switch up to it. Let me give you here a personal example, okay? I will try to be as quick as I can. I used to use Voodoo, and then I was feeling a little bit limited by its capabilities, by the amount of tutorials, by the amount of jobs. So basically, of course, with lots of doubts, I switched to Unity, and it was the best decision ever I made in my life, because after trying out Unity, I was completely in love with its interface, with its programming language. I could find any kind of tutorial and information I could on the internet, and most importantly, I was able to find lots of jobs and actually start earning money with game development, something that I really couldn't with Godot. So there you have an amazing example that you don't have to hesitate to try out new things. Just try it out and see how it goes. Now again, talking about jobs, start applying earlier. In game development, you don't really need that much experience or knowledge to start applying for some simple jobs such as internships or look for some particular clients. Of course, in order to actually start selling your services in any way, you will need to already have some kind of understanding, knowledge, and some games to showcase for your clients, because if not, they are not going to hire you probably. But the thing that I did is that I wanted to be like the best developer, or to have lots of game creators, and then only then I would apply for some jobs and start selling my service. And then soon I realized that that wouldn't be the correct path, because I would still have to pay for my own things. And that actually there were lots of positions for junior developer, okay, or that I could even sell my services to some kinds of clients that were looking for some kind of simple games that I could perfectly create and start earning some extra money, okay? So definitely start looking at some websites that you can start looking for jobs that I will be talking about in the following point. And basically start applying there for some jobs, and you probably may get there some interesting job opportunity that not only will get you money, but also interesting experience and knowledge that will help you grow as a developer. And the final tip here will be to have online profiles. So basically, in order to make the previous point a reality, basically to start applying for some jobs, you have to have some kinds of online profiles in all places possible. Basically, this means having your own LinkedIn profile, mainly because LinkedIn is the main social media platform where you're going to be able to reach out to clients, to reach out to companies, to reach out to some job positions, etc. So if you really have no idea how to create your LinkedIn profile, I have tons of videos on the channel, but the best thing is that just you can go to the description there in this video. There you will find my LinkedIn profile, connect with me there, and you're going to be able to see my complete profile there, that as I told you was super beneficial for me. So you can copy there how I have my profile picture, how I have my banner, how I have my descriptions, how I have filled up the different sections that LinkedIn provides. So I really recommend you to take a look at it. Again, it is in the description, so go ahead and check it out. And then I would also recommend you to have your own YouTube channel, your Instagram page, or some kind of also online profile that can help you showcase your work. It doesn't really mean that you have to start posting lots of pieces of content. Just basically start posting about what things you're doing. If you created a game, basically create there a devlog, for example. If you have created a game there, you can create a game trailer and post it over there, etc. Just start showcasing this, because this again, for applying for jobs and also for your own game development experience, is going to be super beneficial. In conclusion, my 35,000 hour journey as a game developer has taught me many valuable lessons, and I hope these tips help you grow faster and more efficiently. Remember, practice is key to mastering programming, just like any other skill. Don't let the vastness of game development overwhelm you. Take it step by step. Don't be afraid to experiment with new tools and engines. Start applying for jobs early, even if they are small or entry level, as it will help you gain experience and build your career and even earn some extra money. Finally, make sure to have a strong online presence on platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram to showcase your work and connect with opportunities. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope these insights help you on your journey to becoming a better developer. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more tips and advice on game development. See you in the next one.